Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening and watching. If this video has found you, there's a message here for you, but please take what resonates and leave the rest. So welcome to the Monday Mistakes video. And today I'm going to talk to you about toxic positivity. This continues to be a huge problem in the spiritual community, I feel. It is quite literally an addiction to positive thinking to the point of delusion. Now, I know for some of us, this doesn't sound bad, right? To think positive all the time, to always choose to think positive, but that's just not the reality that we live in, right? It's hard to be positive 100% all of the time. And this toxic positivity supports people in not being accountable for their lives, okay? Fake people love to use toxic positivity. So, that's that person that's always like love and light, or even some of those people that are using the words like ashe and grand rising and all these different phrases that have, recently, probably in the last 4 or 5 years, have been used quite a bit. And I feel like that has a lot to do with toxic positivity. I mean, that's not true for everyone, but I'm always a little leery of people who use those types of phrases because they usually tend to be kind of fake or just over the top spiritual to the point where nobody can relate to you, right? You're just a fucking weirdo. And again, I don't mean to offend anybody, but it is what it is, okay? And this world that we live in, it's not all love and light. And we're starting to see more and more of this as all of these atrocities are being revealed. And these are things that have been going on, right? We're just seeing them more because social media is exposing them. I also wanted to say that people make the biggest mistake when they assume that because somebody is spiritual, that they are still not healing or working on some of their lower vibrational activities and behaviors. Okay? Like, I love that song, but he says, I'm spiritual, but I'll still beat your ass. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm healing. I'm not healed. Okay. And I feel like that's everybody. And when you get into this toxic positivity, sometimes you can suppress those lower vibrational emotions, which are actually useful for you if you're able to channel them correctly. Okay. And another thing that people do, which I think is horrible, is try to take some of the things that people have been through. Like somebody will tell you about a tragedy or a difficult situation they're going through, and somebody will try to, turn it into something positive just so that they don't have to feel uncomfortable listening to you or even dealing with the fact that, uncomfortable situations happen to people and people need to talk about them and discuss them. I mean, people don't like to talk about the hard stuff all the time. And I feel like that's a big mistake. Okay, we need to communicate. All of these things are a part of life. And we shouldn't turn a blind eye or try to negate negative feelings, negative vibrations, because they exist. We can't have the positive without the negative, right? We live in a world of duality. So if you're somebody that suffers from toxic positivity, you need a reality check, okay? It's not all love and light. And you can see that. I don't care how much you deny it. So here are some key indicators of toxic positivity. I've already mentioned the dismissal of emotions, people not allowing you to feel the way that you feel or not even allowing themselves to feel the way that they feel. I remember one of the betrayals I went through. One of the people that betrayed me actually called me and told me in so many words that I had no right to feel upset, that I shouldn't be upset, that I should just let it go, no bad vibes. And I told her to fuck off. Like, I'm upset. I don't care if it makes you uncomfortable. Okay? Don't ever dismiss your emotions. The second indicator of toxic positivity is not allowing yourself to acknowledge your own pain. And I just talked about that. Another one is fear of adversity. So there's people that are so talented, so gifted. They have so much to offer the world, but they're so afraid of opposition. They're so afraid of haters. They're so afraid of being criticized that they don't even try. They don't even put themselves out there. And what a shame that is. Okay. You're going to be hated no matter what you do. People are going to talk about you no matter what you do. So put yourself out there. Do what it is that you came to this planet to do, regardless of what anybody else thinks. Another indicator of toxic positivity is, again, those cliches or blanket statements like, everything's going to be okay and all is well, positive vibes only, and all this other, stuff that people say when they don't want to face the reality of their situation, okay? That the shit is fucked up probably. And it's okay, right? Once you can acknowledge what's really going on, then you can heal it. Then you can do something about it. And another indicator to me, this is kind of one of my personal opinions, but low self-esteem due to an emotional detachment, right? A lack of emotional awareness also is a trait of toxic positivity. You don't even want to acknowledge that you feel bad. You don't even want to acknowledge that you're a pick-me-sha, or that you are a Barbara the Builder, or you're somebody that, wants to be chosen. Okay? So you'll do whatever, you'll say whatever, just to fit in, just to be picked. And the last indicator, there's a lot more, but one of the main indicators, the last one on this list, is guilt and shame around your emotions. So not only do you not want to feel the emotions, but you actually feel guilty for having them in the first place, which doesn't make any sense. It's not going to make the emotions go away. You're just going to feel sad and guilty, pissed off and guilty, right? So you need to just let that go if that's you. And you're going to have bad days, okay? It's okay to not be okay. Sit with those negative emotions sometimes. I'm not saying to wallow in it. I'm not saying to be a miserable ass person, but I'm saying to sit with those emotions long enough to acknowledge them, to see where they're coming from, to see what the root cause of them is, as opposed to glossing them over with toxic positivity. Honor all of your emotions because they all have something to teach you, and they're all a part of this human experience. All right? So I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.